What if your next luxury car could outlast generations and still run like new? Luxury cars are usually all about style and speed, but some were engineered to endure decades. Today, we're counting down 10 affordable luxury vehicles designed to keep running forever. Number 10. Saab 900. And here's where it gets even stranger. The Saab 900 isn't just a car. It's like they smuggled an airplane engine into a hatchback and said, "Good luck breaking this." Let me tell you, Swedish engineers didn't mess around. Inspired by aerospace technology, this thing was built with precision in every nut and bolt. The turbocharged engines? Absolute beasts. Mechanics joke that to stress them properly, you'd need a crane. Seriously, these motors routinely crossed 300,000 miles without batting an eye. And the body? Overbuilt. Corrosion-resistant panels that laugh in the face of rust. You know what's crazy? That quirky ignition switch between the seats wasn't just for looks. It doubled as a mini anti-theft system. Car thieves apparently walked away in frustration. Would you believe it if I told you some of these Saabs are still running perfectly today, decades later? I must say, it's insane how something built with so much care just keeps going. Number 9. Buick LeSabres.
Type. And it was America's best attempt at a sort of luxury, sort of performance-y coupe in the late 1980s. This was not the fat.
And just when you thought cars couldn't get any more reliable, enter the Buick LeSabres. Let me tell you, this wasn't flashy or fast. It was smooth, dependable, and built to last. That 3.8-liter V6 engine? A masterpiece of understated engineering. It could crank out 400,000 miles without demanding much more than a regular oil change. What really blew my mind is who fell in love with these cars. Taxi drivers, traveling salesmen, people who practically lived in their vehicles. They swore by the ride quality, calling it almost luxurious for long-haul comfort. Consumer Reports couldn't stop praising it either. Insurance companies and AA loved them because, honestly, they barely ever needed service. And here's the kicker. Mechanics weren't thrilled because the LeSabres rarely broke down. It's one of those cars where you drive it and just think, wow, this is built to survive the long haul, no questions asked. Number 8. Mercedes-Benz W123. And now things get downright legendary. The Mercedes-Benz W123 wasn't just a car, it was a steel-clad statement that said, "Good luck ever breaking me." These things were over-engineered to absurd levels. Twice the steel where it mattered, doors that weighed as much as some modern car hoods. The OM617 diesel engine? Practically immortal. Highway miles felt like a gentle warm-up. In Morocco, you can still see these taxis running over 600,000 miles on the original engine. Yeah, that's right. Decades of abuse, and they just keep going. Mercedes designed every component to last, tested everything to destruction, then reinforced it. Honestly, it feels like a car built for the post-apocalypse. Here's the crazy part. Every W123 sold lost money for Mercedes because they refused to compromise on quality. And somehow that stubborn perfection made one of the most durable cars in history. Number 7. Honda Accord 3rd generation.
If you're here, please subscribe. I appreciate that because I've always got new content that I'm trying to put out there that's kind of interesting, at least to me, and maybe to you too.
And here's where it gets really impressive. The 3rd generation Honda Accord was like the overachieving student of the automotive world. Let me tell you, these engines were rock solid, built with mechanical simplicity that made them nearly bulletproof. No fancy gadgets to fail, just pure engineering. People in developing nations swear by them. They survive heat, dust, potholes, and everything in between. Routine owners report hitting 300,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes and a timing belt swap here and there. And the details? Totally over-engineered. Door hinges that feel like tank parts, weather stripping built to last decades, and cup holders tested to death. Shade tree mechanics love them because there's nothing complicated to fix. Honestly, driving one feels like owning a car that refuses to quit, no matter what life throws at it. Would you trust your daily commute to a car like this? Number 6. Jeep Cherokee XJ. And now we're entering the world of SUVs built like tanks. The Jeep Cherokee XJ wasn't just strong, it was genius in its simplicity. Unibody construction made it lighter, stronger, and more rigid than anything else at the time. The 4.0-liter inline-6 engine? Basically immortal. No complex electronics, no fragile parts, just raw durability. And that simplicity turned the XJ into a cult classic. The XJ Mafia, USPS rural deliveries, and countless off-road enthusiasts swear by it. You've got Jeeps that have survived floods, rollovers, mud, and 20-plus years of abuse, and they're still running. That's not exaggeration, that's a fact. Let me ask you, have you ever seen a vehicle endure that much punishment and still come back for more? Number 5. Ford Crown Victoria. And now let me blow your mind with the Crown Victoria. This wasn't just a car, it was basically a mobile fortress. Let me tell you, police and taxi drivers pushed these things to the absolute limit, and somehow they just kept going. The 4.6-liter V8 engine? Practically indestructible. Highway speeds felt like a stroll in the park, even after years of abuse. The electrical system was built for high-demand use, powering everything from lights to radios without flinching. And here's the kicker. These cars routinely hit 600,000 miles with proper care. When production ended in 2011, police departments literally stockpiled them, cannibalizing extras for parts because nothing else came close. I mean, think about it. Post-retirement, these ex-cop cars still dominate taxi fleets. That's not just longevity, that's mechanical immortality. Number 4, Volvo 240. And just when you think cars can't get tougher, along comes the Volvo 240. Let me tell you, these were built like bank vaults on wheels. Safety, off the charts. Reliability, insane. Engineers overbuilt the structure, added more metal than necessary, and somehow made it look, well, boxy. The B21 and B23 engines were practically immortal. Some hit 400,000 miles, and there are documented cases of over 1 million miles. Mechanical simplicity was key. Manual transmissions, mechanical fuel injection, and heating systems capable of warming small spaces. No fancy gadgets to break, just pure, straightforward engineering. Volvo didn't care about style or flash, they cared about durability, and it shows. These cars became symbols of endurance. They didn't just survive, they thrived under abuse, proving that sometimes the boxiest car is the most legendary. Number 3, Toyota Pickup Hilux. And here's where things get truly legendary. The Toyota Hilux isn't just a pickup, it's basically the Chuck Norris of cars. I swear, BBC's Top Gear tried everything to kill one. They drowned it, set it on fire, dropped it from cranes, smashed it with wrecking balls, and even demolished buildings around it. And you know what? It still started. The secret? Those 22R and 22RE engines. Simple, reliable, overbuilt machines that barely knew how to fail. Toyota's Kaizen philosophy made sure every weak point discovered in testing got improved, making each generation tougher than the last. These trucks thrive in extreme environments, deserts, rivers, war zones, you name it. And you don't need fancy tools to keep them running. Oil changes, a little tinkering, and sheer hope sometimes. And they just keep going. Honestly, It's the kind of vehicle that makes you step back and think, how did they make something this unstoppable? Number 2. Cummins-powered Dodge Ram.
7.5-ton truck.
And now brace yourself. The Cummins-powered Dodge Ram was like strapping a commercial truck engine into a pickup. That 5.9-liter turbo diesel wasn't just tough. It was engineered for jobs where failure meant disaster. No electronics to worry about, just a purely mechanical fuel system that could run on diesel or even filtered French fry oil if you had to. I mean, think about it. A truck that survives decades, heavy loads, and abuse without blinking. This isn't just durability. This is automotive immortality. Have you ever seen anything like it? Number 1. Toyota Land Cruiser FJ60/FJ62. And finally, the crown jewel of automotive immortality, the Toyota Land Cruiser FJ60 and FJ62. Let me tell you, these weren't just SUVs. They were practically expedition vehicles for a different planet. Sahara crossings, river fording, climbing mountains that would make even mountain goats nervous. These trucks did it all. The straight-six engines weren't about raw power. They were understated, reliable machines that could keep running when everything else around them broke down. Every component was mechanical, manual, and insanely simple. No computers, no complex electronics, just systems that could be fixed with basic tools and a lot of determination. And here's the kicker. UN humanitarian organizations made these trucks their go-to for the worst conditions on Earth. Wars, natural disasters, humanitarian crises, you name it, these Land Cruisers were there, and they kept going. There are documented cases of FJ64s and FJ62s exceeding 1 million miles and still running on original internals. These affordable luxury cars prove that engineering longevity beats flash every time. Which one shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit subscribe for more automotive legends. And remember, some of these machines are still running today. Proof that true quality really does last forever.